So we watched
Yeah.
Mad Paul.
Mad Paul, yeah,
on
it was crazy,
Friday.
man. Mad Paul, Worm Wars.
Worm Wars is the second one.
Or Worm Power, I should have called it.
We're harnessing worm power.
Worm Power.
Dune, a review
Done A.
by the Big Chillin podcast
A review.
with spoilers. Maybe not a review. We're just gonna talk about it. Maybe.
We'll
Start
maybe
us off.
talk about it. Well, what's going on is
Paul
there's some guys in
Atreides,
space.
The House of the Bull.
Yeah,
They
that's
go-
already more than I remember.
they
So
go
maybe
to
you
the
should kick it
desert.
off.
The House of the Bull returns to the desert to get the spice.
Yeah.
You go get the spice. You hallucinate about the girl.
Yeah.
You go meet the girl. You stab the guy.
Yep.
Done deal.
Yep.
All good. Worms.
And it's funny. 8,000 years from now, the amount of feng shui that's going on around with the bonsai, I like
Beautiful.
it. And the House of the Bull. I mean, that's Asian.
yeah,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Remember the Beifongs were
House of the Flying.
yeah.
Pig.
I mean, it's a fake pig, but you
Yeah.
know, or whatever. That's the only Asian reference I have is Avatar.
And then I was like, Atreides. What is it? We didn't read the book. Okay.
what book?
Is the Dunes.
The Dune book. Yeah, I ain't reading Dune
Uh,
book.
It's probably good. Frank Herbert wrote it, I guess.
Well, now I'm really not reading the book because the movie's not that good.
Yeah, and I saw
Yeah.
someone say it was a lot closer to the book. I was like,
It's like, all right, yeah,
Jeez.
all right, cool.
the
book puts
it was a little bit
drawn out.
I don't want to say boring, but it wasn't very fun.
No,
Like,
it was not.
it was
Star Wars.
cool. It was visually pleasing, and like cool stuff happened. The voice thing was a little weird.
Use the voice, not
Yeah.
like use the force, of course. Did George Lucas and him chill? I think they did.
Yeah.
They might have smoked a
They smoked.
doobie together
Yeah.
and be like, "All right, well, here's my ideas, Dune," and like he's like, "All right, here's my ideas, Star Wars, man."
My Desert Planet,
Yeah.
boy movie.
Yep. Yep. It's my
orphan.
coming of age desert planet boy movie who has
But the thing
robots.
is, George Lucas must have had a good time at some point in his life.
Yeah. So
He
the
was
other
like,
guy was like,
"I'll
"It's
put it
gonna be
like that."
agony.
Yeah, this place is gonna suck.
You're never gonna want to live in this place." It's like, why wouldn't you?
That's the thing. Would you
Yeah.
rather live in the Dune universe or the Star Wars universe?
If anyone says
it's-
Dune, then they
they're-
are insane.
They're crazy.
And they have a worm fetish.
Worm fetish, crazy people who don't like to talk to anybody because there's no communication devices.
That was the thing
In
that
the
it was
thing.
funny. How did we not notice that? Dad's like,
That's yeah.
they didn't talk in one single anything to communicate anything. I was
like,
like,
over long distances. There wasn't like a
was
phone
there
call or
anything?
radioing to anyone. I don't think. Maybe was there ever a
Was there a
hologram?
hologram? I don't know. Maybe there was.
Maybe there was a hologram.
Oh my god,
It
we
was
gotta watch it
weird.
again. Stop, I'm not watching it
And
again.
some things didn't make sense. Why not blast the worms with your space weapons?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we just let's
Is it,
cut
I guess
to the
they
end
don't
of
want
the
to.
movie.
They don't want to like anger the people that live there. I guess
Yeah, I wouldn't want to anger the guys who we can easily murder
And one of
all
the
the time.
they can't see them. Like the big reveal is the worm riding. That's how they.
That was-
That's desert power. That's how they get across there fast. So they've never seen one of these people on the worm back riding it across the desert. If they do this that often,
A huge worm.
giant Alaskan
That's probably like multiple stories
Butthole.
thick.
butthole.
It's like a giant tapeworm, and that was the big. It was funny as shit. I mean, it
Forbidden
reminded me of.
butthole.
I remember watching Smosh.
Yeah,
And it was the end of the thing when you hear Mankey in the background. He's like,
Yeah.
"Where is she fucking hell?" That's
That
what
was
made
great.
me laugh. So I was like, "That's the big reveal. Is you got
the
worm
pioneers
riders."
used to ride these babies for miles.
It's a worm. Ah, the pioneers
man.
used to ride these babies for days. What the for
So-
miles?
And it'd be even worse than riding on a fast aquatic creature that goes underwater. Imagine if the worm
Goes
any
under the
point
sand at any
decides
point,
to go under the sand. You're just like,
like they do all the time.
that's where they live.
Does the worm know to stay? A lot of questions
Rarely
for
above the
this.
sand.
How does the worm know that you're commanding it, and how does it know to stay above the sand and not
We've only
kill you?
seen the first movie,
Yeah,
so we don't know.
and
But
honestly,
maybe he'll use the voice
to command the worms.
to command the worms, or maybe he'll have a worm army.
Yeah,
Wormy,
a wormy.
wormy. He'll have a worm army and stuff. He's seeing the visions. It's cool or whatever with the dreams.
Yeah,
And I just think they could have made it more fun. That's not like it's not like the movie wasn't. Like, if someone liked that style of movie and wanted
Yeah.
a more serious space movie, that's cool.
mm-hmm.
I thought, and we don't have to compare it to Star Wars. We don't have to compare every space movie to Star Wars, but this one
He's an
you
evil,
kind of
gross
do.
fat guy.
This one, it's a little bit of a warranted comparison because they're both
It's a bit.
80s type things.
They have swords.
Yeah.
And no guns.
Yeah, there was the weapons that they used. They had all these awesome like
They had shield
guns and
technology,
shield technology,
but it wasn't knife proof
but
to a certain extent.
It's knife proof, but a slow knife. Like if you slowly stab through it,
If you work, you gotta work your way through the shield.
Work it
Maybe
in.
wiggle it
There you
around.
go.
It'll get through there. Keep it going.
they
Almost
had-
through.
Like they could make these, but they couldn't modify them at all over the years to like.
It's like a
maybe do that.
Fortnite shield, basically. It just breaks down after a couple hits, and like
I
you gotta get
guess.
more.
And like it starts on your wrist, but you have that, but you don't have anything future-y to fight with. They have like a sword or a knife, or
They only came up with shields, not like technology for weapons or anything.
and they're having like classic war where they're running at each other in large groups of people when they have all this other stuff.
8,000.
Doesn't
And they
make
got
sense.
these ships with guns and missiles and weird bombs that like drill their way through the force field or whatever easily, and then blow the ship
Now,
up.
to fight
So
the
they're fighting
guerrilla
with long
warfare.
range.
Maybe they had to fight guerrilla warfare against these, or like on foot
Yeah.
against the people who live in the caves or in underground or sieges, I think.
Yeah, so get some guns.
Yeah,
get some guns,
get
let's
some
kick
guns
their
and go down
asses.
there. They, I mean, what's the deal? The
Yeah, I
other
mean,
people do not have guns.
The problem
They
is
have
too much.
spice. They
too
may do
focused
they have
on
abilities
drugs.
with the spice
No, besides getting blue eyes and stuff, and knowing how to worm ride,
and not being able to breathe.
and yeah, having a thing up
Um,
your nose
That
instead of
lasts
spice
forever.
straw.
Spice
And also,
straws.
At the end, where he, he could have. We've shown and
talked
they've
about this.
established that he has used the voice,
yes,
and he can command anyone to do whatever he wants.
precisely.
And
Yet,
then he's like, "I'm
he
just
wants
gonna
to
murder this
stab this
guy. I guess
guy.
I'm pretty mad. I'm gonna
What
fight
is
this
that?
guy."
and so he's at the end. He needs to prove himself in this thing. You know what proves yourself even more? You either convince the
Yeah.
guy to be like, you know what, you're cool, or you convince the guy. We were like, oh, is he gonna use the voice to make him kill himself?
No, he straight up murders him.
He just
in
stabs
front
him
of
in the
his whole
back.
tribe.
And then
it's-
they're like, all right, you're cool. You
yeah,
killed our friend. Now we're gonna hang out
yeah,
and
we're
teach
cool,
you stuff. You
man.
get to live here now.
Totally not worried
All
about
of
you
our
murdering
resources are
any
now
of
yours.
us.
What's
yeah.
yours? What's ours is yours.
Yeah, this is how we get it. You got to kill one of us for us to trust you. You know, that's how it is.
Is that how it happened when Columbus came over?
I
'Cause
guess.
That's, I mean,
Well, he had to kill a lot of them to get him to trust him.
indirectly, like with his coughing, but
Yeah, it was cool.
there was also the other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought,
We loved him so much, he kissed
Dune-
everybody.
yeah, he kissed them all, hugged them all so much. The smallpox was very easy to spread.
Oh,
I
that's a
guess.
great joke.
That was pretty good. Pat yourself on the back right now.
I should. You know how I'll do the mic.
Here, suck your own dick right now.
Oh, jeez.
So Dune was good.
You
Out
know,
of 7, how many? Is it a solid 5 out of 7?
it might be a 2. I don't know, man.
2 out of 3?
Oh, man.
On the 3 scale.
On a 3 scale, maybe about 0.5.
On
One.
a 100, maybe 1,000 scale, what's it at?
I don't know, maybe about a 240, maybe 380.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm giving it a realistic thing out of
Yeah.
10, I always default to a 7, no
Yeah.
matter what I'm watching.
There were really dark parts.
There are parts that we literally could not see on the screen.
I
not
couldn't
like
see the worm very well when it like looked
Mhm.
at him and decided for some reason
important
not to eat
scenes
him.
too. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just our
important
TV,
stuff.
but I don't think it was just our TV.
I
think it made it
recommended
better.
turning up the brightness, but apparently that wasn't the thing.
That was a
So-
problem with Mandalorian too.
Yeah, it was
They
so
made
bright.
it
We had to turn
so
it up all
dark.
the way.
In a lot of scenes that you really couldn't see anything. But
Yeah. So
like
what the fuck?
shadows. So
Hitchcock trying to make a horror movie? What the hell's going
Horror. yeah.
Alfred
I'll watch the
Hitchcock?
second one though. I was watching Dune Worms.
on? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. And also, this is great. Besides the darkness, Jason Momoa was his most tolerable
You're
ever.
right.
Besides when he did the Jason Momoa run or to his brother or whatever that he did behind Henry Cavill. It's like you
Did
can't
that
do
too.
a different crouched run. You gotta do that one.
No.
My God.
They
But
had the guy from No Country for Old Men.
I don't know where he's but the thing is also, yeah, he was in it. I mean, he's about to eat both of them and drink their water instead. But
Yes,
he's
sir.
like, "What is your Monday worth?" It's like worth more food for sure than than 2 human bodies and like some water that they have left.
Yeah, we can get you some stuff.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather just waste and squander this opportunity to leave this planet and eat you by
It's
eating
like-
you.
You look pretty good with some barbecue sauce on you.
Ridiculous. It's like, how about regular food that humans eat, man? You know. Like,
One thing
pretty
I didn't
good.
understand, the main thing I didn't understand was the mother thing.
Yeah, why
They
was she
didn't
there?
clearly define her role very well. Maybe they did in the book,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize she's like a ghetto rebel.
Robolo?
I don't know what she was, but she was like she had some spiritual guide role.
Which is weird.
Not like a Yoda.
And bitchy,
but
kind of. Bitchier than Yoda,
yeah,
for sure.
Yoda was cool.
I mean, Yoda made Luke carry him around and stuff.
Yeah, he
and
got
probably had him do
got
some
Luke
chores.
a beer after the workout and stuff, and they were chilling afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, he taught him stuff. So, I
Yeah.
mean, so Yoda wasn't like as much of a dick as his mom. Was it his mom? Yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
And she
But
was
it was like the thing is, I guess they did the thing where they're like, they don't have regular babies. They like it's like decided for them.
yeah, and they just decided to have a boy or whatever.
They like decide to have
I
the
don't know.
chosen one. It's not much of a prophecy if you decide to have
Yeah, it's pretty weird how they're,
Or,
the
like,
prophecy, and they're like, we decided to have him.
it. Yeah, scientifically engineer this prophecy.
So, I mean, it's not really prophecy if, like...
That's our. Yeah, I don't know. This is like I'm trying to poke as many holes in this shit. Not really, but
I love it.
this is just some things that I had about it. But overall, I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't hate the movie. I liked the movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, Jason Momoa's cracking awkward jokes out of nowhere in not joke places.
Yeah,
that's
if they
just
were
what he
gonna do
does.
humor, they should have done it a little bit more
Yeah.
comfortably. But it's hard to know.
Did he start as a stand-up or something?
He started as a sit down, and that's it. That's the
a sit-down comic.
That's the Big Chillin' podcast.
Yeah,
Maybe.
sit the fuck
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, that's the Big Chillin'. Sit the fuck down.
Hilarious.
That's this week's episode. Maybe we'll do 2 this week. I don't know.
Yeah, if you
But-
enjoyed this episode of the Big Chill, I'm sorry, hold on, let me start over. If you viewed the Big Chillin' episode of this episode podcast,
This episode of the Chogcast.
be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Helps with the algorithm arenas, and hit the bell.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
See you later.
That is the Big Chillin' Podcast.